Have you ever felt like a ship tossed around in a stormy sea, at the mercy of every wave of emotion? One minute you're sailing smoothly, and the next, a sudden gust of anger, anxiety, or sadness throws you completely off course. What if I told you that you could become the unshakable captain of your own ship, navigating life's challenges with a calm and steady hand? It's not about suppressing your feelings or becoming a robot. It's about building emotional resilience, a kind of inner fortress that keeps you grounded, no matter what storms rage outside. Today, we're diving deep into 7 powerful, practical ways to become emotionally unshakable. By the end of this video, you'll have a toolkit to help you face anything life throws at you with grace and strength. So, grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's begin this journey to a more stable, centered you. First up, and this is a big one, practice mindful detachment. Now, detachment can sound cold, but that's not what we mean. It's not about not caring. It's about not letting external events hijack your internal peace. Imagine you're watching a movie. You can feel sad, happy, or scared for the characters, but you know you are not the character on the screen. Mindful detachment is applying that same principle to your own thoughts and feelings. When a strong emotion like anger or frustration arises, instead of immediately identifying with it and saying, "I am angry," try observing it. Say to yourself, "I am noticing the feeling of anger arising within me." This small shift in language creates a space between you and the emotion. It allows you to see the feeling for what it is. A temporary visitor, not a permanent resident. Not the entire sky. Not the entire sky. This simple practice gives you the power to choose your response instead of being driven by an automatic reaction. It's the first step to taking back control from your emotions. The second way to build your emotional fortress is to question your narrative. We are all storytellers, and the most important story we tell is the one we tell ourselves about our lives. When something bad happens, we often create a negative story around it. For example, if you get criticized at work, your immediate story might be, "I'm a failure. My boss thinks I'm incompetent, so I'll never succeed." This narrative is like pouring gasoline on the fire of your negative emotions. But is that story 100% true? An emotionally unshakable person learns to pause and challenge these automatic negative thoughts. They become a gentle detective of their own mind. Ask yourself, what is the evidence for this thought? Is there another way to look at this situation? Maybe the criticism wasn't about your incompetence, but was meant as constructive feedback to help you grow. Perhaps your boss was just having a bad day. By questioning your narrative, you break the cycle of emotional spiraling. You realize that your first interpretation isn't the only one, and it's often not the most accurate one. You take the pen back and start writing a more balanced, resilient story for yourself. Our third pillar of emotional stability is to cultivate a gratitude mindset. This might sound cliché, but its power is backed by science. Our brains have something called a negativity bias, meaning we're naturally wired to pay more attention to threats and problems than to blessings. It's an old survival mechanism. But in our modern world, this often leads to chronic stress and anxiety. Gratitude is the direct antidote to this bias. It actively retrains your brain to scan for the good. The practice is simple. Every day, make a conscious effort to identify 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. It could be the warmth of your coffee, a kind word from a friend, the fact that you have a roof over your head, or the beauty of a sunset. Don't just think it. Really feel the gratitude in your body. This practice doesn't make your problems disappear, but it shifts your perspective. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. The darkness is still there, but now you can also see all the good things that were there all along. A gratitude mindset anchors you in a positive reality, making it much harder for negative events to pull you under. Moving on to number 4, set and enforce healthy boundaries. Think of boundaries as the walls of your emotional fortress. Without them, anyone can walk in and disrupt your peace. Boundaries are the rules of engagement you set for how others can treat you and interact with you. This isn't about being selfish. It's about self-preservation. It means learning to say no to requests that drain your energy or compromise your values. It means communicating your needs clearly and respectfully. For example, if a friend constantly unloads their negativity on you without asking how you're doing, a healthy boundary would be to say, "I care about you, but I only have the emotional capacity for a short chat right now." Enforcing boundaries can be uncomfortable at first, especially if you're a people pleaser. You might worry about disappointing others. But here's the truth. People who respect you will respect your boundaries.
Mouse.
Those who don't, well, they are the very people you need boundaries with the most. Strong boundaries protect your energy and create a safe space where your emotional well-being is the priority. The fifth strategy is to focus on your circle of control. Imagine 2 circles. 1. The circle of concern contains all the things you worry about. The global economy.
What other people think of you, traffic, the weather.
The other smaller circle inside it is the circle of control, which contains the things you can actually do something about, your actions, your responses, your effort, your attitude. Emotionally volatile people spend most of their time and energy worrying about things in the circle of concern, things they cannot change. This leads to feelings of helplessness, anxiety, and frustration. Emotionally unshakable people do the opposite. They consciously shift their focus to their circle of control. Stuck in traffic? Can't change the traffic, but you can control your response. You can listen to a podcast, practice deep breathing, or reframe it as unexpected me time. When you focus your energy on what you can control, you move from a passive victim mindset to an active, empowered one. This shift is fundamental to building a deep sense of inner stability and agency over your life. Number 6 is a crucial one. Don't personalize everything. So easy to believe that everything that happens is somehow about us. If someone cuts you off in traffic, your first thought might be, "What a jerk, he did that to me." If a friend is quiet, you might think, "I must have done something to upset them." This is the ego's trap, making you the main character in everyone else's movie. The reality is, most of the time, other people's actions have very little to do with you. The person who cut you off might be rushing to the hospital. Your quiet friend might be worried about a personal problem. Emotionally resilient people practice what's called depersonalization. They remind themselves, this is not about me. This doesn't mean you become callous. It means you stop making assumptions and stop taking on emotional burdens that aren't yours to carry. It liberates you from a huge amount of unnecessary hurt, anger, and anxiety. It allows you to respond to situations with more clarity and compassion, both for others and for yourself. And finally, our 7th and final way to become emotionally unshakable is to prioritize physical well-being. Your mind and body are not separate entities. They are deeply interconnected. If you neglect your body, your emotional resilience will crumble. Think about it. How do you feel emotionally when you're sleep-deprived? Irritable, anxious, and fragile, right? Your physical state is the foundation upon which your emotional stability is built. This means making non-negotiable time for the basics, getting enough quality sleep, moving your body regularly, and fueling it with nutritious food. Exercise, in particular, is a powerful mood regulator. It releases endorphins, reduces stress hormones like cortisol, and is as effective as medication for mild to moderate depression for some people.
Ow.
You don't have to become a marathon runner. A brisk 30-minute walk each day can make a world of difference. When you treat your body with respect, you are sending a powerful message to your mind that you are worthy of care. A well-rested, well-nourished, and active body is a resilient body, and a resilient body is the home of an unshakable mind. So there you have it, 7 powerful strategies to build your inner fortress and become emotionally unshakable. Let's recap. Practice mindful detachment. Question your narrative. Cultivate a gratitude mindset. Set healthy boundaries. Focus on your circle of control. Don't personalize everything and prioritize your physical well-being. Remember, this isn't a one-time fix. It's a practice. A continuous journey of building strength and resilience, one day at a time. Start with 1 or 2 of these that resonate most with you and build from there. You have the power to stop being a ship tossed by the waves and start being the calm, confident captain of your own emotional world. You've got this. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Hope you found these tips valuable. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and more importantly, share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our future videos on living a stronger, more fulfilling life. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these 7 ways are you going to start practicing first? Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.